So let's quickly go over how the budget line would change if any of the three variables that determine the budget line, the prices and income, change. And what I recommend is that you memorize this equation here, which is the equation for the budget line. And then if you want to find out how the budget line changes when you change any of those two variables, always refer to the equation. For instance, let's say that what we're trying to determine is how would the budget line change if the price of X increased by some amount. Well, then you all have to do is to find out where is the price of X in this budget line. Well, it's right here in the slope of the curve. And what's happening is that the value of Px is increasing, the numerator is increasing. So obviously, the slope of this line is going to be, this line is going to be steeper than it was before. So an increase in the price of X, if everything else remains the same, is going to be reflected by a movement of the budget line inside along the horizontal axis. Now you can also see this because if you knew the intercept of the horizontal axis is the income over the price of X, and if the price of X increases without the income changing, then obviously the intercept along that axis will move closer to the origin. Another way of thinking about it is that if the price of X increases, then the consumer will be able to buy less X if he or she uses all of his money to buy X. The same thing will happen if the price of Y increases. If it was the price of Y that increases, then all we'll have to do is to see where P of Y is. And P of Y, again, is in the intercept. And it's also in the budget line. So you can do it in either of the two. So in this case, an increase in the price of Y will simply move the intercept in the Y-axis inside. So let's say we'll move something like that. That will be, for example, a change. Increase in the price of Y. So any change in the prices, and one of the prices with everything else staying the same, is going to change the slope of the curve. It's going to shift the curve out or inside along one of the axes, depending on which is the price. On the other hand, the other thing that could change is that the income change with the prices staying the same. So if you have a change in income and the price stays the same, then the only thing that changes is the intercept, because the income variable M is only here in the budget line equation. So that's pretty easy. If the if the income increases, then the consumer will actually be able to buy more stuff, so the budget line would shift outside with the same slope. If the income decreases, then the consumer will be able to buy less income, which essentially means a shift to the closer to the origin with the same slope. So any changes in the budget line are pretty straightforward if you refer back to the budget line equation.